Hey guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay today. Today I have a Dead by Daylight discussion video. This discussion video will be way more controversial than my other one yesterday, and this discussion and the topic of this discussion is so subjective, and the whole DBD community, well, a lot of the DBD community has been having this debate whether Spirit should be nerfed or not for fucking years. I think, yeah, for ages, just a long time. And I'll be addressing today why I think Spirit should not be nerfed. Now, when I say nerfed, I mean nerfed to where she's fucked up. So any major nerf should not be on Spirit. Maybe like a small one I'll go over, but nothing crazy like people have been wanting. And I'll speak over why that makes no sense at all, and how it's just really stupid. And I feel like the whole debate thing of whether Spirit should be nerfed or not is very fucking how do I say it, very childish, because a lot of people end up insulting each other over it and being malicious, just not being civil at all. And today I'm actually open for discussions, but if you guys are like trying to insult me or anything, then I can't be asked. I fucking can't. I'm gonna be honest, I can't be asked to fucking discuss if you're gonna like just start making up excuses or just, you know, insult me as a being when I'm trying to discuss about Spirit. I probably will reply, but I'll have to lower to your level, just to give you an official response, I guess. But yeah, anyways, I want proper discussions. I just want respect. That's all. Just please be respectful. If you guys are debating with each other as well in the comments, please be respectful. I don't want any insulting, name callings, etc. You guys kind of get it. Anyways, let's get over it. I do not have any like specific points I'll be making, like 1 point or 2 points. It's just I'm just gonna be like going over it as I speak. So how my rant videos are normally uncut, this whole discussion will be uncut as well. That's how it's gonna go. So for some reason, people have been saying that Spirit has no counterplay. Now, I'm technically defending true talent, but I'm not at the same time on this. So saying Spirit has no counterplay without any real context doesn't really prove shit, because I don't know what people mean by Spirit as OP. Do they mean as a killer, or did it mean in chase? If they meant in killer, then how come the Spirits can lose, right? Because Spirit cannot fucking patrol all of the gens at once, especially against an organized team. It just don't make any sense. How? What? Dude, like, if you're calling fucking Spirit OP, call Nurse OP, right? Because since they can both warp the gens, because meaning in general doesn't just mean 1v1, right? Because Nurse can patrol gens, not just do 1v1. So by that logic, you'll be called Nurse OP, which makes no fucking sense. Now, I've heard this repetitive shit where people say, oh, if that Spirit loses, that means they're bad. Well, not really. You can't really say that, right? Because I feel like calling someone OP in this game is very stupid, because this game is just situational in general, right? You can lose a game against a Spirit because you have a bad team, because of lag, because of a lot of shit. Not just because Spirit's OP, because the game can fuck you over. I feel like most of the losses in DBD playing against a Spirit is probably due to bad game design of maps and being out of position and bad teammates and lag, all different shit like that, bugs, all them disadvantages, not just Spirit as itself. I don't know why people always just, you know, miss out the bugs in this game, which are just blatantly everywhere. Miss out the lag switches, well, not lag switches, sorry, I mean lag spikes. I got mixed up. Lag spikes, bad teammates who don't do gens when you're looping a Spirit. It's shit like that, right? You being out of position, just shit like that, RNG based stuff. Just a lot of shit like that. People always just, you know, ignore that aspect, which is most probably the case, and which was obviously going to be the case, but just instead just project and use emotion saying, oh, Spirit OP, but not mention anything else that could have fucked them over, and that most probably would have fucked them over, i.e., as I said, bugs, bad map design, bad RNG, etc. You guys get it. So I feel like people always just misunderstand the whole situation of this game and say, oh, Spirit's OP straight up with no actual real indicative reason. And then when you do question why they think Spirit's OP, a lot of people, not saying everyone, will start to use emotion and start to insult you probably, and just make excuses, you know, of like just make excuses of why they think this, and then, you know, yeah, they'll never really specifically get to the point. They'll start going off topic a bit. Some people do, and then they start to make their own narrative of this whole thing, and then they make it so where it sounds right to them. Because if it sounds right to them, that means they're right. Right? No, that's not the case. But people do tend to do this in discussions. If something sounds correct to them, they're gonna just see it as correct. But that's not always gonna be the case, because that's just fucking emotion. That's just their own mind, right? That's not evidence. So a lot of people always diminish evidence, and it's like, oh, let's not use evidence in the situation, let's just use what sounds right in my head, which is really fucking detrimental during a discussion, and it just does nothing. Like, what's it prove? I don't know. I feel like calling Spirit OP in this game, or any killer OP without any context, or just in general, is a bit shitty, because it's not always the killer you're gonna lose against. Most of the time, it's gonna be due to the other reasons: bugs, a lag, bad teammates, bad RNG, bad map. You guys kind of get it. I don't think it's always just to do with the Spirit, right? It's to do with other shit in the game, which is most probably the case. Like, alright, I want to know right now if you made it up to this point, which you most probably have if you're willing to have a discussion. I recommend watching the whole video. Someone tell me right now in the comment section below if you disagree with me. Tell me why you think Spirit's OP, but Spirit's OP, and she literally losses. She's the causes to all the losses here, in general, but not the other stuff I pointed out, lag and all of that. Just tell me why you think that, because I feel like that's very ignorant, you know. I feel like that's very ignorant to all the stuff in this game, all the variables of losses, because there's so many ways you can lose in DBD. It's so situational, and people always use the one thing, Spirit, when they lose against the Spirit. Nothing else, which is most probably the case, but just Spirit, right? But you can't say it's Spirit when all of this other shit's happening. You can't. This game is too situational for that to even fucking make any sense. So, if people mean also if Spirit's OP in 1v1, I disagree. I fucking disagree, of course. Spirit in 1v1 is strong. I'm not gonna say Spirit in 1v1's weak. No, that'd be me being fucking stupid. Spirit in 1v1 is strong, yes. But OP makes no sense. Like, dude, if Spirit was OP in 1v1, then how the fuck can Spirits lose their games? Because this game's a 4v1, so why does a Spirit being OP in a 1v1 matter when a game's 4v1? And I've gone over evidently fucking several times, quick chases as killer doesn't mean a win. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I've done literally, I'm not over exaggerating, a 6 or 5 second chase of Huntress consistently during a match and still have lost the match. But when Spirit does the same amount of chase, like the same time chase, 6-7 second chase like a Huntress, why don't people call Huntress OP but Spirit OP? That's what makes no sense. I think they do this because Spirit is boring to 1v1, but instead of them addressing that it's boring, they use the excuses, oh, she's OP, because I feel like lots of people don't like to admit they got outplayed against the Spirit, and instead of them just saying, oh, I got outplayed, or this chase was boring, instead they say she's OP. But quick chases don't mean shit in DBD all the time. That's not to do with being a shit Spirit, because being a good Spirit is having quick chases, right? Like, what? But if you can have the same amount of chases, time chases as Huntress, which is 6 or 7 seconds long, then how is Spirit OP? Because people that call Huntress OP, although Huntress can probably have the exact amount of time to chase the survivor, or even Huntress could probably down survivors quicker than Spirit. When I say can, I mean that's possible to do, even against the best Spirit ever, because a Huntress, all they can do is throw a hatchet at you, then 2 seconds later get you down if you don't have dead hard. With Spirit, there's lots of shit to make the chase a bit longer, so most of the time you're probably guaranteed a quicker chase with Huntress than Spirit. But I feel like using Spirit as OP when you lose a chase against Spirit, when, as I've gone over, it don't make any sense. It's just really fucking shitty. Like, it really is fucking shitty. Like, it makes no sense. You can't say Spirit's OP when this game's so situational. You can't say Spirit's OP in 1v1 when Huntress can do quicker chases and still lose? Because by that logic, Huntress will be OP, right? Also, what about Nurse? Nurse can do quick chases. That means does that mean fucking Nurse is OP? It doesn't. I get it. Spirit is boring to 1v1, but it doesn't mean she's OP. I've gotten over how she isn't OP in general because any killer can fucking lose. I've gotten over that. Like, rewatch the video if you want to hear that shit again. And I've gone over why she isn't OP in 1v1 because Hunters can do quicker chases and still lose. So what? Oh god, it's so stupid. Like the backwards logic, man. And I love how people always like properly like get emotional over this shit and start insulting each other over it. It's just redundant as fuck. It's just so ludicrous. Like it fucking is. Spirit is not OP. Because by that logic, Huntress would be OP, right? Why? Because she could do chases quick, right? No. Oh, I get it now. Is it because most of the time Spirit is always gonna have a quicker chase? But what's that prove? You're proving my point even more if you think that. Because, as I said, quick chases don't always mean a win. Because efficient gens can defeat any killer. Prove me wrong. Also, why ain't people calling Nurse OP? Tell me why. Nurse can have quicker chases than Spirit. Nurse can have better map pressure than Spirit. Nurse is better than Spirit. Nurse is a better Spirit. But I feel like people don't shit on Nurse because Nurse has way more of a respected stance, right? Nurse has a higher skill cap than Spirit, so people therefore respect Nurse. Which is fair enough, but why can't people respect Spirit? What, just because her fucking skill cap's a bit lower? Yeah, I get it. Cool. Spirit is easier to play than Nurse. I get it. But Spirit isn't that easy to play. When you first play Spirit ever, you're not going to be dominating a solid team, are you? Like every killer requires skill in that sense. Yes, Spirit is boring to go against in 1v1. I agree. I fucking 100% agree with that. But it doesn't mean she's OP. I don't know where you're getting that shit from. It just don't make any sense to call something OP in this game. All the situational shit going on in this game currently, it just don't make any sense. And to this day, people are still like having hour debates, just shit stuff like that, when they don't look into it evidently. Because people like this, who say Spirit's OP, they either A, use emotion, B, use no context, or C, refuse to give evidence, or D, even end the discussion after you calling them out. It just makes no sense. I feel like calling Spirit is OP is just very fucking shitty because there's no logic behind it. Anyways, if you do disagree with me and somehow think Spirit is OP, or that I've gone over how she isn't, evidently, then let me know in the comment section below. I am up for debates. Please do not be malicious. Be respectful at all times to everyone else. I'd love to know, honestly, what do you guys think? Do you think Spirit is OP? Or do you think Spirit is just counterable like every other killer in this game? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.